Hello. Today we're reading Goofy Off fanfic again, because I was paid this time. We stopped at, with Rainbow and Mickey at the table. The things I do.
Alexa, I swear to God, I'm talking directly to you through the breaking the fourth wall.
Later in the day, Phil's in his office as expected. He was crouched over his desk, poring over maps and old journals from his first few years of being banished on Earth. The avian was lost in pages, spending the hours of daylight absorbed in his work. Phil's aside, deciding eventually to take his husband's advice and take a break from his maps.
Really, bro? Addiction?
He stood up, his back cracking softly as at the sudden stretch of previously tense muscles.
What?
Walking out of his office, he decided to go visit his crows for a few hours.
What?
The crow's nest, as he called it, was a small outcropping of Syndicate base, with large open windows so the crows fly out and stretch their wings, rows of bird feeders for them to snack on, and shelves filled with nests where the crows could sleep and lay eggs. Phil aside, stepping into a large domed room. The crows paused their current actions before moving to land on the ground around Philza, excited to see their father in what they considered their home. Philza smiled, allowing the crows to clamber all over him.
Morning, everyone.
He said happily.
How's everyone doing?
He chuckled, letting one of his messenger crows, a red beanie, land on his finger.
Morning, Crowbear.
He relaxed at the familiar feeling of one of his son's messenger crows. The crow chirped, speaking as they all could.
Father, you're back!
Philza chuckled.
No, sorry I was gone for so long, everybody.
The crows all chirped and warbled around him in a chorus of
Dadza.
and
Father.
and the occasional chirp of
Birdie.
Philza huffed. Of course, the crows had picked up the pet name from Techno.
Of course they did.
2 hours later, Philza was resting up on one of the trees that grew inside the cliff the Syndicate base was nestled in. He was crouched on it, his wings relaxed with several crows on him, as well as a few joining on the branch. Techno stopped outside the door of the base, looking around, pausing when he noticed Philza up on the branch. Techno snorted softly, walking up to the ground below the branch and calling up to his partner.
Phil, can you come down for a moment?
Philza warbled half annoyedly, but hopped down, using his wings to glide. He landed, resting his head on Techno's chest, looking up at the piglin with half-open eyes.
Yes?
Philza asked.
Just wanted to make sure you weren't freezing to death out here or working yourself to the bone again.
Piglin replied. Philza hummed.
I know. I was just out here with the crows.
He took a breath which came out as white frost.
The cold helps my wings when they get sore.
Techno nodded, patting Philza's head.
That doesn't explain why your head is on my chest.
He asked. Philza huffed, his feathers twitching.
You're warm. Am I not allowed to use you for warmth after I've been out here for hours?
Techno sighed before chuckling.
I suppose not, but still.
He removed his cloak, placing it over Philza's body, as the avian's wings retreated into a smaller form of tattoo. You should still focus on staying healthy.
You should still focus on staying healthy. You may be immortal, but that doesn't mean you can't get sick, my dear.
Philza sighed.
Fine, you win. For now, I'll stay inside for a bit.
Philza hummed as he headed inside, pulling the cloak Techno had lent him tighten around himself. Later that night, Phil's hum curled up in his nest. He had taken Techno's advice and had retired for the night an hour before. He even twittered softly, bundling up tightly despite living in the Arctic for years after his fall from heaven. He still couldn't handle the cold for too long. If he stayed in it too long, his wings would grow taut and could easily frostbitten. He was worried Techno hadn't come to the nest yet. Where was the piglin?
He's dead!
From Techno's POV, Techno had been gone a while. He knew it. However, tracking the minutes to hours he could be inside his mind was difficult. He looked around the warm, dark halls of his mind at being a god, even as a mortal that became one.
God?
He had downsides to his abilities. For his extreme strength and ability to change to arms, he had to deal with the voices.
We're pausing there because that was kind of strange.